Hey everybody, it's Jang here from jangbricks.com with a look at the LEGO CUUSOO set released in January 2014. This is the Mars Curiosity Rover. The Curiosity Rover and its missions are really fantastic and amazing, and definitely worth checking out if you haven't checked into that stuff. This is a nice little LEGO version that was designed actually by somebody who worked on the Curiosity space program, and he combined together his first-hand knowledge and familiarity with the real thing with a interest in building LEGO stuff and came up with this. And when LEGO turned it into a real set, they didn't change many things. One of the biggest things they changed was just the suspension linkage right here, but most of it has stayed very true to the original design. So that's really cool, you know, to see the original thing coming through basically. And the suspension really is the most fascinating thing about this to me. This is actually included, this little base right here with the little kind of simulated test rocks on it. The stuff you see in the background, the old classic space moonscape pieces, are not included with the set. I just put that in there just for a little darker background. But look at how the suspension works. This is actually pretty realistic. It's a self-leveling system. Has kind of an anti-sway bar on the top. That's a linkage from side to side. Not exactly anti-sway, but it has the similar effect that keeps the body of the thing relatively level left to right as the thing goes over various different types of surface obstructions. It's a really interesting setup. I'm a big fan of suspension, so that's a cool thing to me. And even just for folks who aren't into that, it's just cool to see see all these things moving. It's just a fascinating little contraption. It has the mast up here. You can see it kind of folds down like that also, but it's supposed to stay up. It has the mast, which is supposed to have multiple cameras on it. This is the main cam as they call it up here. You've got the robotic arm on the front, which can swing around, articulate, go up, come down, and it's got a decent amount of little detail on it with the camera at the end of that, and has some other instruments built into it also. Not a whole lot of detail on the top of this thing. The real thing has a lot of cables going around it. It has a lot of texture that just can't be appropriately modeled in LEGO scale without making it look just crazy, over the top, complicated, and just a little bit too much. Back here is the high gain antenna, which can be rotated around. I wish they had done that in a different color. I think a tan would have been a nicer color for that. It actually was white on the original model, but the real thing I think is a little bit more colored. You've got your generator set back here, the RTG, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not all that complicated as a LEGO model. There are a lot of small parts put together in it, but it goes together fairly quickly actually compared to other CUUSOO sets thus far. I like the fact that it comes with this little base also that just works as a nice little display stand. This thing looks really good on a table for folks who are on a desk, for folks who are fans of the space program. It's a nice presentation. This was also a nice presentation. I think the boxes that the CUUSOO sets come in are nice in general. Have a little bit of a satin finish to them rather than the normal relatively shiny kind of finish. Nice photography on the front and a nice presentation on the back, which includes some pictures of the real thing when it was in testing here on Earth before it was launched. CUUSOO sets also get phenomenally nice instruction booklets with them. You see it's actually square bound, and you've got several different languages included in there with some backstory about the real thing, the real mission, also missions leading up to it and connecting with it. Got a little bit more information about the real thing, some information about the components with some renderings here showing how the thing actually goes together, what it's made of, and then here are just your different languages, and then the instructions all have a black background, which is a little bit different. Kind of cool. It makes sense for the mostly white parts that are used here. It's just nice and very classy all the way around. And here's a little bit of info about the original creation and creator. This was a very nicely done mock in the first place, and it's great that LEGO was able to produce it with so few modifications. It's very, very accurate to the original. I appreciate that very much, and it supports a great cause. I watched the Curiosity touchdown live when it happened. It was a very exciting thing, and the space program on the whole is just a huge thing that really needs a lot of support and really needs more kids to be interested in it, instead of just being interested in cell phone games and celebrity bloopers. Just my opinion. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more and follow all of my updates at jangbricks.com.